Facts.
Gotta go.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm just glad to be here, be a part of something brilliant in the making. IFYS podcast, bringing you the latest, the dopest, illest information in the city. You know what I'm saying? From the do's and don'ts, the ones that's putting on for the city, and you know what I'm saying, loving that energy. You're gonna hear about it here. As we continue, to grow and dive deep in this and find out what's what in the city. We want to highlight y'all. We want y'all to be, you know, acknowledged. We want to give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying? We want to pat you on your back. You know what I'm saying? For
Dead.
exceeding such measures.
Dead.
We know great things come from hard work. So continue to work hard. Somebody's watching. You ever hear that? Somebody's always watching you. I don't care what you think. Somebody always watching you. Somebody always could benefit from your experience. So keep doing what you're doing. I believe in you.
I believe in you too.
Right.
That's why. That's why.
That's all it takes.
The platform is being created. At least for my purposes. I know it's a lot of other platforms and things going on out here, and shout out to all of them because it's like a plug in the wall. You can't have too many. You know what I'm saying? You can't have too many. Sometimes you need all them plugs.
Like that liquor store on every corner.
It's like, man, you need it. It's like you can't complain that it's all these plugs in the room. You just got to utilize all the plugs and pull out that energy that you're supposed to be using. So, I mean, that's dope. So, shout out to everybody that's doing their thing, everybody that's already on this motion. Hey, salute. 100%. Matter of fact, let's start this off with a shot.
It's always
you ain't even pulled up, is you?
It's always about motion.
This guy probably ain't even got nothing in
Oh,
that
man,
cup.
I'm pulled up.
Dry.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pulled up. IFYS podcast. So you can write publication that collide when you see it coming like boom.
Shoot.
You feel me?
No, respect, man. Respect. It's
Gotta
always good. It's always good to network
and gotta have that respect.
Collaborate with somebody else that can bring something to elevate what you got going on, and vice versa. So yeah, I'm here to provide information, and here this man is sitting here with information to be given.
We got vaults. We got vaults of knowledge, vaults of experience, vaults of explanations. That's something I learned along the way. And, going to school to being in college, you must give examples and explanations.
Must give examples
that makes you
and
credible.
explanations.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to talk out my ass. Anything that I say or I present is coming from experience, something that I witnessed, something that I went through, something that I grew through, and I could share it, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to be talking just to be talking. I've never been one of them type of guys.
No, and I mean, shit, I feel like what you going to do with it outside to sit on it? You know what I'm saying? When you go through something, experience is great to go through on your own. Like, you could be like, that's something, because I know I'm big on that. Like, a lot of things I experienced that was crazy, I probably didn't tell or wasn't around a bunch of people when I did it. But when I did it and I enjoyed it, or even if it was crazy.
Where you go today?
I'm saying, like, I told everybody, like, dog, I did this. I'm just saying, like, I expressed it so much after the fact.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying? He said, where you going with this? Nah, no Diddy.
No.
I don't know
I definitely
where you was going with it,
I
but
definitely didn't mean no Diddy, but, since I've been, back with my mans, we'll talk about that later, but, unless I've been back with my man, he's interested, man. He got some shit to say.
Oh
So that's
man,
why when I'm like,
LG man,
like I want to
LG
hear
though.
one of those, you know what I'm saying, Dave experiences.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, okay, where we going
Hey,
this
my
time?
homeboy. Hey, shout out to A Dub. My homeboy used to be like the misadventures of Dave G.
Oh
And
shit.
it used to be like the misadventures of Dave G. What you been on, dog?
What you been on? I apologize out there to the people and to IFYS podcast. You know what I'm saying? I gotta turn the volume off on
After
this
this
phone
shit, you hear
so
me?
we don't be. Yeah. Let's go. Shout out
Okay, so
to
wait, I gotta put
IFYS
I gotta.
podcast. This is my G right now. What's that? Man, this man is a man. This man is a. Y'all better watch. Listen, who all y'all out there? Been podcasting. Doing your thing, getting great names for yourself. Man, watch out for this man right here,
Oh,
Dave
I'm man.
Nelson,
I'm
because
on
he
the way.
is coming. He bringing fire, and it's genuine energy, and that's the only thing that matter at this point.
All the
You know
time,
what I'm
man.
saying? That genuine energy is where it's at, and he's coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of him too. So
Hey, respect,
that's
respect.
it. Once
Man, I'm proud. Hey,
somebody
I
else believe
appreciate
it,
that,
it's a
sir.
wrap. Yeah,
I
all the
appreciate
time,
that.
man. All the
I
time. All
appreciate
the
that.
time. All the
Hey,
time.
and on that, I respect you too, man. You know what I'm saying? We come from
Respectfully.
a long way, youngins. You know what I'm saying? Young cats doing.
Respectfully.
You know what I'm saying? What we could, not what we wanted to. We was doing what we could.
Man,
You know
tell
what
me
I'm
about
saying?
it.
And we had to make sure everything was smooth. So as we grew up, you know what I'm saying? Life experiences has hit us all. But to be able to sit down, chop it up with you face to face, you know what
Face
I'm
to
saying? Both
face.
of us healthy, you know what I'm
God bless.
saying?
God
And
bless.
taking care of life in a at least standardized way. At the bare
Respect,
minimum,
man.
I'm gonna call it standardized. Cause I mean, you know what I'm saying? We we got an income. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of the people we love. We making
Hey,
sure that we eat every day. We can move and groove. We
watch
got a
out now.
vehicle. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
being
So
grateful.
for
Gratefulness.
me,
You know what
I
I'm saying?
mean, shit. I don't know. You don't see, like, I ain't got like no chains on and shit. I'm poor. I'm gonna keep it real.
Hey, this man rich at heart, man. You feel me?
But
That's
life's
what it
good. You
is.
know
You
what I'm
feel what
saying?
I'm
I'm just
saying?
gonna say
That's
that.
why
Life's
that's why
good.
everything works out, because as long as you're rich at heart, you're gonna always prevail. You know what I'm
I ain't gonna
saying?
lie.
So
If I,
this man got it
But I
right
made
here,
some money on
man.
buying me a chain, nigga.
So
I'm bullshit, bro.
so that's
I'm
what
just
you
talking
wanted.
shit.
He talking about
Nah,
what his desires is.
I got bigger things happening. But no, respectfully, no disrespect. I love it. I love it. Shout out 100. Never really been my forte, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, I'm just saying that to
I always
say
had a chain,
on
man.
the
Even
on
high
the
school, man, the Gucci link. You
ain't
know what
nothing
I'm saying?
wrong. Hey,
I
I ain't
always had
gonna
a
lie. I
chain.
would get it, nigga. I will buy a chain.
It was all we always had a
I
chain.
can buy a chain. I just don't want to buy a chain. I don't live a chain
Respectful
rocking
life.
life.
Respectfully. You know?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe for a platform like this, I could be on.
No,
You know what I'm saying? With a nice little
when you,
bone,
hey,
some boogers in my ears. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, but
no, tell me
shit.
truly, it's never all about that. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing that you wear is you. You can't substitute personality. You can't uh, substitute generosity. You
No,
can't
and
substitute
respect.
compassion
That's
and
100%.
awareness and consciousness of your doings. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's a different lane. You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna keep that 100.
We could definitely keep that 100.
David Nelson, man, this a middle school friend. Like, I'm talking about.
Man, we go way back.
Every time we talk about it, we kind of.
Wait, you how old, you older than me or I'm older than you? I'm 81. Hey, look. I'm 81. I ain't
Hey,
afraid to say it.
I
I'm
stopped
81.
counting.
Shit, I'm 81.
You stopped counting.
I'm
You
March
stopped
81.
aging.
I ain't stopped aging.
You stopped counting. You
I,
stopped aging.
hey,
So that's
let me tell you something about aging though. As a young black man
gracefully.
that I've experienced, I have yet to be told I was 43. If somebody had to,
Right.
if somebody had to guess how old I was,
Right.
I have yet to get 43.
Right. Okay. That's
Not
good.
never, not one time.
That's good feedback. Me too. Right.
Hey,
Right. You got that. That's right.
I maybe
Don't
have
look that
got
age.
40 once or twice out of abundance of times. Because every time somebody be like, "How old is you?" Because I always talk about my grandson. Shout out to little CJ.
Shout out
You
CJ.
know what I'm saying?
Peace
Little
and
little
blessings.
little, little grandson out there bad, and
The
he's
grandbaby.
he's unusually strong for a toddler. Like he got like a physique that's like he look like a little he a monster. He
Oh,
cool
he
though.
came back as Kimbo Slice.
Oh no.
he
I ain't
ready
gonna
to
show that
he
nigga not
ready to
one.
backyard boogie.
I ain't finna show that guy not one Kimbo Slice video.
No, don't steal his inspiration. He need to know how to go down in the trenches, man.
No, I
You
don't know
gotta
if that's
show him that.
I don't know if Kimbo Slice is the example.
You know what movie I always recommend? Like, dog, this chick used to be mad at me, because I used to put this movie on for her shorty. You know what I'm saying? And she used to come in like, man, I don't want my kids watching that yet. They too young. I said, listen, they need to watch this movie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that movie Fresh, man.
Woo!
Never been I don't care what age bracket, you need that fresh in your life, man, to learn the game at a young age. So I tried to bless her. She didn't know. I was trying to bless her son, like, you gonna need this game right here.
Dog,
You
Fresh.
gonna need this game right here. So I'm like, man,
Fresh though.
let the shorty come on with that, man, because shit, this how the game go, man.
Fresh though.
Shout out to my people, man.
Fresh though.
Man, ultimate. That's the ultimate, man. I can't even go back and watch nothing else, man. Like Fresh have been my movie since I laid eyes on that joint, man. And I just love the way it moved. It gave this young man great insight. The ability to think 10 steps ahead. You know what I'm saying? And attack savagely, but with no emotion. So you calculated steps. So
God.
this man changed the whole game on some old school players and shit. You know what I'm saying? Drug man. That's a cold movie because at the end of the day, it was teaching you about chess moves. Learn how to think ahead before you step. Yeah, that's what I love about that movie and playing chess. That ain't no boys game, and that's why because
No, chess
it's
is
calculated steps. You got to be able to think and outthink your opponent without letting them know what you're doing. That comes with the 48 laws of power. You strategizing those smoke screens and shit because it's not really what your target is. So you're really trying to just attack while you being a friend, like they did us. Oh, I ain't gonna go there. Peace and blessings.
no,
to
go
the
where you need to go,
guys.
man. I mean, hey, you
No,
know what I'm
peace and
saying?
blessings to the
Hey,
guy. My man was
hey.
gonna say, we the indigenous, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna leave it at that. So we already know. So we just out here, having a good time and, showing some love, man. Put them guns down, man. Straight up. Real talk, man. Y'all put them guns down, man. Let's get over that era and, pick up on something new, man. These robots gonna tear y'all asses off.
Right, facts,
The
facts.
robots gonna know that you got a gun on you anyway. Now, come on now, y'all. Let's put the guns down. It's us against the robots now. Let's keep it 100, man. Let's stop playing. It always been us against everybody else, but now it's us against evil. Put it like that, man. It's
Hey,
God versus evil, and we them people. Straight up.
whew, you are not wrong, sir. You are not wrong.
I'm just keeping it 100,
I would
man.
love for us to just be able to come together and be smooth and be in good graces.
Facts.
Um, I don't know how many of y'all gonna see the other video we did, but I said the same thing and I'm gonna repeat it because I don't care. We are better together.
Better together.
You're gonna hear that again in the future, I promise you. But The fact of the matter is,
Better together.
author Ken Watkins is in the building.
Oh wow, damn.
Kendrick, I should say, author Kendrick Watkins. That's my homeboy
Oh wow, I
Ken.
was talking the whole time. Y'all didn't know who I was.
No, they know who you
Damn.
is, but me personally, because this
Mm.
is the platform where we network, support, promote,
Yes,
highlight, and let people
sir.
know who you are. And the mission on talking to you, even though they know who you are, they know more or less about the
I've been
work
doing
you
a
put
good job.
in.
You know what I'm saying?
They know
So they
more
don't
or
know who
less
I
about,
am.
you know what I'm saying, the books you've published, the books you've written, the places you've been popped up at. They know more or less about the.
Oh man, it's a blessing.
Listen.
It's a blessing to be sitting right here today. That's all I gotta say, y'all. I love y'all. You know
But
what I'm
this is
saying?
what I'm
So
saying though.
yes,
You
sir.
you right. It is a blessing.
It
And
is.
you know what makes it even more dope is the fact that we get to talk to you behind the book.
Oh
We get
man.
to talk to you behind the booth.
Okay.
We get to talk to you behind the promotional scenes that you out here having with the media, the streets,
Oh, okay.
networking,
Yeah.
hand to hand book sales, grinding like we back in the 90s.
Oh yeah,
You know
out
what I'm
here,
saying? Out
man.
the trunk, out the
Uh,
crates,
uh, yeah,
respectfully.
respectfully, man.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, man. We down there did
You know what I'm
every
saying?
festival
You
there
pulling up
was
with
this summer.
merch. You pulling up with merch.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Legit
sir.
merch. Informational
Yes,
merch.
sir. Yes, sir. Put it out there, man.
Um
Put it
Things
out
that
there.
can help someone else
Thing
merch.
that could change a life, change your mentality, change your thought process, help you change the game.
Man, I
That's what
love
we
it.
doing right now, man. We
No,
gotta change the
I
game, man.
respect it.
Yeah, I like that,
I
man. We
respect
clap
it.
for that,
Hell
man.
yeah, for
Because
sure, for sure, for
if you ain't
sure,
changed the game
for
right
sure.
now, man, you know, you're still part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? So we all about solutions right now, man. Shout out to Steve Burnside, you know, reaching the youth. Resolutions to American crisis, man. It's talking about the solutions, man. Let's get out here now. You know, we got to change the game up, man. It's on the flip side of the coin now. You know, so here we go, man. Author Kendrick Watkins. You can follow me at IG. Read on my brother. Facebook. So you can write publications. Author Kendrick Watkins. Kendrick Watkins. TikTok. So you can write publications. Uh, Twitter, Arthur Kendrick Watkins, LinkedIn, Arthur Kendrick Watkins, so you can write publications, website, www.sycwp.com, which is the abbreviations of So You Can Write Publications, man. Make sure y'all follow, like, subscribe, purchase, you know, share, you know, comment, you know, engage. You know what I'm saying?
SYWP.com.
Touch bases with me.
Did I say it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
SYCWP.com.
SYCWP.com.
So you can write publications.
All right. All right. So just give me a overrun, man, about what's been happening with you, man. You know what I'm saying? We kicked it when we was younger, you know what I'm saying? Life be lifing like a motherfucker. So, you know, niggas grow up, we go different ways.
Facts, yeah. It's
What's
true.
been going on with you, man?
You know, just continuing building, you
Man,
know.
building is definitely the way to go.
You know.
Try to make tomorrow better than today and make it through today.
Right, you know.
You know what I'm
Building
saying?
for a
Because
better
today is
tomorrow.
already here. You already started drawing on that paper. You just got to take that image and create something different out of it.
Right, you
But
know.
tomorrow you get a blank sheet in certain cases. I mean, mentally you do. Mentally you get to put yourself in another place. You know what I'm saying? And look forward to a better day. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I try my best to just take the day for what it is, learn from it, and then tomorrow I don't want to have a today. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Or maybe tomorrow I want to have multiple todays. Maybe I want to recreate today tomorrow to keep that good vibe going. You know what I'm saying? Keep that good energy going. Make sure I stay on my tippy toes.
Right. That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't always sweet, but you gotta you don't you can't appreciate sun without rain. You know what I'm saying? You can't appreciate
The
no
sun without the
yes.
rain.
You can't appreciate yes without no.
I like that. You
You
can't.
know what I'm saying? It's just real talk. So, without me going into all that, back to you, man. You know what I'm saying? You said you just been trying to build and grow. You how long you been writing for?
Oh, I've been writing for some years now. Uh, I want to say probably 20, 2024, like over 14 years
Oh
now.
shit! Shout out to that. Damn. Okay, that's what's up. Hey, so do you remember your first? Like, I'm finna write a book, and you wrote you wrote a book, and you was like, that book is done. Like, that's it. Like, that's my book. I'm done. I'm comfortable with that. What was that experience like?
That was it was actually very rejuvenating. It was very inspirational. It was something that inspired, encouraged me, to accomplish something as far as writing a book.
How many times did you read it before you was like, this it? Like, how many times did you read it like cover to cover, as if it was a book, or did you just know what you wrote?
Uh, I definitely, me being who I am, I definitely read it over and over to make sure. But this was, my mindset was different because, I didn't mature so much. Writing is not all about how you want someone else to feel about your writing.
Hmm.
Writing is healing. So healing yourself of trauma or releasing, things that's, have scarred your life or something. So,
Hmm.
when I realized after I wrote something, my energy changed, and my attitude changed, and it was all in a good way. So
Was
I
it like
started
venting?
feeling
Was it kind of like venting, like getting
uh,
something off your chest?
a lot of writing was like venting or a release, so to speak. So that's why journaling is always important too.
Mm.
Writing out things, writing how you feel, coming back to it. Um, so
Okay.
writing just became um, something that made me feel better about myself. So that's
Nice.
how it
Nice.
continued. Like when you, like I said, once I wrote something and I've realized that it made me feel different, like confident, like like damn, I wrote something.
Okay. So answer this. Do you remember the name of your first book and what? Not do you remember, because I'm sure you do. But what was the name and the dialogue of your first book that you was like, I'm gonna write a book about this? What was it about?
The script, the beginning. Uh, this is a very transparent book. It's truth. As I decided that I was going to be a writer, I wanted to display the truth first. So it was like real documentation on how I viewed the world at this point. It's also time and dated, so I don't care what time a thought woke me up. So like,
Mm.
if a thought woke me up at 3 o'clock, when I got up, I wrote it down.
What was the
Time,
name
day,
of it?
the script.
Oh, it's called The Script.
Yeah,
Okay.
the book is called the script.
Okay.
And
Cause I don't got that one. I'm gonna need to get up on that one.
yeah, that one
I'm gonna need to
is
go back in the archives and get that one.
yeah, that one. The script definitely changed the game for me because, like I said, writing heals. So after I read all those writings and put them together and called it the script and said it was real documentation on how I viewed the world. Everything in that book went somewhere.
Dope.
Like I am not I am not lying. Everything in that book went somewhere. I don't care if it was to my brother, the judge, you
Right.
know,
Right.
relationships with people I was having,
Right.
writing a letter for someone that didn't know how to express themselves as well as I did through wordplay.
Okay.
You know, so I wrote
Got you.
letters for brothers.
Yeah.
Like, man, I know how you write, man. Man, you know, so I'd be like, you know, like I had a radio. It's like I had a radio station, Doctor Love or something and stuff.
Ah,
You know,
the
when guys are
love
like, you
doctor.
know, we be in
Yeah.
that
But no, I
situation
get
and
you.
people leave.
I get
You
you.
know, you try to reconnect with that love of your life, or you know, I'll be like, so, when the last time you heard from them, and you know, just get some ask some questions and stuff, and then
Yeah.
I would write a letter for them. And I swear, I kid you not, man. Guys used to be like, "Dog, I just got a response."
Like thank you.
Like, what did you say in that? Like, I remember one time, dog. Shout out to my that Beast Mode, man. He bought my book before too. You know what I'm saying? And I remember the feedback. He was like, "Man, what I in that book, man, I used that in my situation, and man, everything good." And I was like, I said, "Okay, then. Well, I'm glad I can help out
Right.
somewhere down the
Right.
line and something
Hey.
though." So like, the book was very passionate. You know, I could definitely say that on all levels: passion of anger, passion of love, passion of bliss. You know, passion of sadness. You know, so don't get twisted. Don't think passion is always on the positive
Freaky,
spectrum.
horny,
You know what I'm
happy,
saying? Passion is
lovely
not
shit.
always
No, passion can be very aggressive. Aggressive. You can be very passionate about something, and it can come off as rude or disrespectful. But you can be very passionate about something where it comes off as loving, caring, and communicative, and I mean, it's different levels to it all. Um, but yo, how many books have you written though?
Oh wow, me personally, I say I got the script.
Okay,
I have
the script,
threesome.
threesome.
Well, now that's the hottest book going. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check out the website. Go cop that book, threesome. Then I have the script too, Beyond.
Okay,
Um,
okay,
I
dope,
have you
dope,
know
dope.
written also written. So script went down to like 3 series. The script Beyond. That's part two, the script two. Then it's the script three, inspirational quotes. Um, and then 7 keys to success in entrepreneurship. I failed so you don't have to.
I failed, so you don't have to.
Right,
So, okay, clearly the title speaks for itself.
right,
Clearly,
right, right.
but what possessed your energy to put that in the title of a book, and you know what I'm saying, push that to where you, because I mean, it's definitely something that people could be
Right,
like, damn, it's good to hear from somebody who been through a situation,
right,
let alone didn't succeed in that situation during that time. So now they want to give their experience. It's like watching somebody go through the gladiator maze. And it's
right.
like you don't ever want to be the first one because you want to watch somebody and then realize like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So my bad, my question is long, but go ahead,
it's def-
man.
these days people definitely want the roadmap, you know, the how to. And so, you know, after surviving a business 5 years,
Hmm.
uh, I did a SWOT analysis.
Okay.
You guys, you know what the SWOT analysis is: strength, weaknesses, opportunity, threats. You know, so I did that a lot as I was growing my company, and so the things that worked, I kept. Things that didn't work, I fall off. You know, I let them go and implement new things.
Hmm.
So before I realized it, it was 7 definitely great keys to maintain and manage. a business and entrepreneurship.
Got you.
You know what I'm
Dope.
saying? So it's everything that works. So if you just do these 7 keys, you'll be successful in your business or in entrepreneurship. So 7 keys to success in entrepreneurship. I failed, so you don't have to. So the things that didn't work, I experienced it. I took those hits. I rebound off those hits. And so now I did a calculation of how to, you know, go around those hits.
Okay.
Bypass those hits. You know what I'm saying? So you could, continue to grow within your business.
Okay. Okay. No, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Growing the business is definitely a lot of people's dream. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to kind of do what they want to do.
Right. It's
But
good to
being,
follow your dreams. It
it's
definitely is.
definitely good to follow your dreams. Always focus on what you want to do, but just pay attention to the fact that you have to do what you need to do in order to do what you want to do. That's 100% fact. I don't care how you look at it. Even if you work for yourself, you may work longer
Right.
hours. You may struggle a little harder. You may put in a little bit more effort. You may do a little bit more gas traveling. You may spend a little bit more time out.
Right.
You may, you know what I'm saying? All that matters working for yourself is
Right.
it's still work.
And I'll definitely uh, give y'all one of those keys since we're talking about working.
Okay.
And one of the keys in 7 keys to success in entrepreneurship, I feel so you don't have to, is working 8 hours for yourself. People forget that when they create their own business, they, you know, do the hours they feel like they need to sustain. But you got to give yourself the same 8 hours as you would give an employee 8 hours for your own business and your own self.
Talk that
You
shit.
when you working for somebody else, you on a clock, and they're gonna make sure that you work your 8 hours, take your break, and come back to work. You know what I'm saying? So when
Facts.
you create your own business, you want to make sure you got that same mentality when you working for someone else, when you're working for yourself. And this is some of the things that happened, in my 5 years of realizing what I was doing wrong. It was easy for someone to say, "Oh, hey, you run your own business. You could have any day off that you want. You can have your own days off. You ain't got to go to work today. You run a company." You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in that crap that people feed you. You know what I'm saying? Because you financially free with,
Man,
the
that's
way
knowledge.
you running your life. You know what I'm saying, for your finances. But having your own business still, you still should have those same restrictions and those same discipline as you was getting up, driving 40 miles to work for someone else.
Man, that's
So I'm gonna
that's
drop that jewel on y'all. So
that's
that's one of
that's
the
that
the
shit
keys in
right
my
there.
book. You got to work eight
Facts.
hours for yourself in order to be successful as well.
7 keys of entrepreneurship.
7 keys to success in entrepreneurship. I
Seven
failed,
keys
so
to
you don't
successful
have to.
entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
I failed, so you don't have to.
Right.
Hey, that one key right there is definitely a major reason
Yeah,
to
that
check out
was.
the
That
rest of
was.
the other six.
That was real. That was it right there.
That's
Kind of
because you know what? You know
people don't
what?
realize that.
No, and that's 100, man. Because like I was saying before, you even dropped that jewel. You know what I'm saying? You may work longer hours
For somebody else.
working for
Oh yeah,
yourself.
of course. Oh, because that's included too. You must give yourself overtime too.
Yeah,
So, so just as
yeah.
much as you give overtime at any job, you give yourself overtime too. So that was the things on how I calculated how I was managing. So you gotta, all the things that happen at a job now that you don't know about overhead and making time slots or time sheets and shit. Like when you come work for yourself, you everything. You the boss,
So
you
so
the
so
janitor, you the marketer, you the lunch maker.
so you know what I'm saying? We've been doing a lot. Hey, hold on, let's get into it though.
You
So
everything.
so so now you got a publishing company. Now not only are you writing and publishing your own books, but you're publishing other books as well.
Correct.
Explain to me how you created a publishing company to where you went to somebody and said, "Hey, let me publish that for you." and they was like, "Let's go for it." Like, what was that? How did that work? You from the hood, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was just definitely thinking outside the box. Uh, the real and the true true meaning is when I became a writer, you know a lot of people didn't believe that I could do it. So it was like, oh, if he could write a book, I could write a book type of attitude. You know what I'm saying? And so I went back to a mentor of mine at the time and told him that, and she was like, so if people think they could do what you do, you go a step up. So you start a publishing company. So if they can write books, they still got to come to you to publish
Mm-hmm.
it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that started the gears rolling. But the real genuine reason is the experience. Like I said, uh, the experience of going to a publishing company and not, getting that enthusiasm that you thought you would experience from, publishing a book. Writers feel, writing a book is almost like your baby, like it's your creation. So, it's a lot of trust issues there. You know what I'm saying? So, the experience I felt with a publishing company was like, wow, I could do this and make people feel, accomplished,
Mm-hmm.
encouraged,
Facts.
because that's a big step in someone's life. It could have been a purpose, a talent that God gave them to write. It may be how they healed themselves as well through writing. So I wanted people to still have that ultimate feeling, of writing a book as, the way I didn't feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted them to, I had a vision of what I thought I would feel like for publishing a book. So I gave that to the world.
Okay.
A feeling that's supposed to be from the beginning to the ending of the publishing process.
So you out here basically writing checks.
Yes, I do write royalty checks. Correct. This is facts.
Okay. So how? What's the process that someone would have to go through in order to be published? Not even just by you, but just period for people that. Cause I'm sure there's a lot of writers out there that's listening. You know what I'm saying? I have found out that there is more authors around that's really doing big things in my older years that probably have been writing for years and I never even came across the platform.
Right.
But maybe haven't got published. Maybe looking forward to or trying to and just don't know the right steps. Maybe taking a time. It's kind of like, how people be rapping and they write a bunch of raps. They go to the studio, they
Right.
record a bunch of songs, but they're not doing no shows. They're not moving and grooving because they really don't know the contacts. They just fuck with their people.
Right. I understand that definitely. Uh, for writers, from my personal experience, what you know, and having published other authors, you know, when you thinking about publishing a book, know what you want. You got to create your writing goals. You know, so that way when you start, interacting with publishers, you can't let no one talk you out what you had already told yourself you wanted to do.
Mm, gotcha.
So if you got your writing goals in place that you want for your writing before, you start, interacting with, publishers to see if that company fits your expectations, your need, and the services.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
make sure that you're done. I don't care how long it take. 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Make sure you are completely satisfied with that manuscript. You know what I'm saying? Before you hand it off.
I remember one time we was talking and you had mentioned something about saying you felt a certain type of way when you was able to write the end.
Oh, that's definitely because um, writing the end in a book is one of the ultimate feelings in the world. It instills accomplishment, and it instills um, admiration to do more goals or
Mm-hmm.
to live life to the fullest more. Like to say, I'm a published author, that is a big, everybody can't express themselves through wordplay. That's why writers
Facts.
are an elite group of people. Like, you know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
Facts.
So having the end
Some
written
people can't even
is
create
very,
the words
mhm,
to even make it a written ending.
very satisfying. It's very satisfying. And, a lot of people, a book could just be the door opener to another avenue that you wanted to, indulge in. So a book would definitely give you the encouragement, the admiration, ambition, determination to do other things that you want, like in life. So that is it a big deal?
Hey,
It's definitely a big deal.
that's real talk though, man. I can't. I feel that. And see, the thing about it is, we all put ourselves in a place mentally, imaginatively, of what we want to do
Right,
and how we want to do it.
right.
The discipline is the hard part.
Yeah, discipline is
The
all
discipline is the
us.
hard part. You got to be able to put yourself in a place where you can set aside time, effort, and energy to succeed in what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? People talk about a lot of these famous people, celebrities and stuff. Like, oh, I'm tired of seeing this person, tired of seeing that person. This always had this person always. But motherfuckers working. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to eat. You know, if you got a brand, and shout out to all y'all entrepreneurs, business
Yeah, shout out
owners,
to all the
artists,
entrepreneurs
authors, uh,
taking the risk.
taking a risk, putting yourself out there. Continue to do that. Just understand that it's a lot of work. I personally am coming back once again with the IFYS podcast platform. I had a lot of big things going on prior to, and then I went through a situation where life took advantage, and I had to take a step back from one or the other. Fortunately, yet unfortunately, I took a step back from both. You know what I'm saying? And tried my best to get my shit together and pay attention to what I got going on because otherwise, everything was gonna just drop. So that was my form of discipline in order to recreate what I know I want to be on and the path I want to take. You know what I'm saying? So respectfully, yet I'm not gonna say disrespectfully, but honestly, fuck that shit. I had to do what I had to
Yeah.
do to be able to go where I wanted to go and move how I wanted to move. And
Discipline is a sacrifice for tomorrow. Remember that. Discipline is a sacrifice for tomorrow.
and I remember this one cat was talking to me one time. I was going through a deep situation, and it was my first time hearing this. And I'm sure everybody done heard this before, but at this time, it was some years ago, over 10. But it was my first time hearing this, and he said, "Dog, don't make a permanent decision over a temporary situation." And I was like when he said it, I ain't gonna lie, like everything that I was going through or thinking about, or whatever. I'm not even in the mic, but whatever I was going through or thinking about, it froze. It wasn't important. What he said made more sense than the situation I was even dealing with because it made me
Right.
feel like I now have to think about tomorrow.
Right. Of course, you always got to have that in your vision. You
Right.
know.
So what you said intertwines with that because it's like it put me in a position to think about tomorrow.
Right.
And I think, and since that moment, and since I had that engraved in my brain, that saying, it always plays very vividly when I'm in a weird space. But yeah, that's what I do. I think about tomorrow. I think that's a great thing. I think that's the word and the key for this moment, this session tonight. Think about tomorrow. We saying that right now. We're gonna end it with that tonight. Make sure we're gonna make sure we end it with that tonight. Think about tomorrow.
Think about tomorrow.
So moving on. Um, as a writer, do you is that your career? Is that like you know what this what I'm gonna do? Or a publisher, I should say, writer slash publisher, because you are, both of them.
Right.
Is that your emotion? You just trying to build, create bigger than that, or do you have something that you're trying to go to and escalate that?
Yeah, writing is where it's at. Publishing is where it's at. For me, that was the purpose God gave me to, help people, express themselves and become a published author. So that's going to always be uh, what drives me every day is to be, a publisher, CEO
Okay,
of $1 billion company. You know what I'm
there
saying?
you
So
go. There you go.
that's that's where it's always been at. I incorporate, other things, like, mentoring or education, you know, but the overall goal is to write a college textbook. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You
You trying
have
to
some
you trying to
curriculum
yeah you trying to put something
in
into the
in
archives.
the
Hey,
universities.
yeah. 40 years
What
down the
right? You
line,
feel what I'm
this
saying?
one here, this version here is from the author Kendrick
Right.
Watkins.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, he wrote this.
you gotta think big, man.
This was
You
so you could think.
gotta
So this is so you can write publications of 2024, which has grown into. Look, that could be endless right there.
yeah, it
That
is.
conversation could go any type of
It
way,
is.
right?
Yeah, I remember saying, years ago, like, one day, and it's happening, to be honest, but
So explain this to me. What projects do you have in the works that we can look out for, that we can look forward to? You know what I'm saying? And
we got a couple uh, latest releases, uh, even Chirac Gorilla Gang, you know what I'm saying, by Ariane Freeman, out of Chicago. Like,
nice.
I got a lot of Chicago writers, man. They be busting head. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Shout them out,
Author
man. Shout
Dion
them out.
Lee,
Dion
upcoming
Lee,
Guns
yeah.
and Butters. You know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
the first author I ever published with Street Situations, and that book is crazy, man. This writer
You can
goes
find that on your
bananas.
website too?
Yeah, you can find that on www.sycwp.com. You can find Street
sycwp.com.
Situations also on, Amazon. Street Situations on Amazon too right now. So, tap into that. So we got a
So
lot
you can
of
write. So you can
upcoming.
write publications.
Then we just finished the Dear Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying, by Jerry Walker. That's a whole different narrative at this point. You know what I'm saying? So when you are trying to reevaluate, calculated steps to get back on a greater level of understanding, when you become remorseful and you become aware of your agenda, so Dear Milwaukee is strictly about, reevaluating in different times, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Tradition, getting back to what's best for us as a community, you know what I'm saying? So the youth, our children, like um, being a part of, anything that got to do with the betterment of your life or survival, so to speak. So, the Jerry Walker Dear Milwaukee book consists of, understanding what need to be done at this point.
Right.
You know,
Right.
someone
Right.
who has experience and seen decades of change in communities and in people. And, so you give back with the wisdom that you can provide with insight. You know what I'm saying? So maturity in a man is a great thing. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Mr. Jerry Walker with the Dear Milwaukee Project, man. Clean up the streets, man. Put the guns down. You know what I'm saying? So even Steve Burnside, I shot him out before his book, Reaching the Youth, Resolutions for American Crisis. You know what I'm saying? And this book really got, like I said before, uh, reading this book and hearing this brother speak about his book is dynamic. Because if any of these solutions was implemented into play on a political level at this point, things would be different for our culture. Things would be different for our people. You know what I'm saying? So, look out for that. That's on Amazon. That's on our website too. Reaching the youth. Uh, Coming with this is a this book right here. When it touched my lap, I didn't expect it to have so much up and down emotion about it. The 22 Years of Hell, the Lexus Patterson story, uh, written by the biological dad, Kenyon Campbell. That's our latest project, sent off to print. Copies on the way. That
That's
book
dope.
right
That's
there is
dope.
very, emotional on both spectrums because you don't know what you're getting into.
Hey, have
Uh,
you sorry to interrupt, but since you bring that up, have you heard of the young lady Lisa Miller who's supposed to be Alexis Patterson?
yeah, see, I don't.
I mean, I'm just throwing that out
I'm
there.
just gonna speak on it. Let me speak on it because I stay out the way. Going what I done went through as a publisher with this project, and being professional. Some things you just get out the way
Just
of.
stay out the.
You
I
know what
can
I'm
dig
saying? Because
that.
this is it was very touchy. It was very delicate. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things were exposed that I never thought I would see as a publisher. You know what I'm saying? So this experience will always go down in history with me with publishing this book because it really changed the narrative. But it was really needed. You know what I'm saying? The community has been, overwhelmed about the disappearing of this young lady. This young girl at the age of 7.
Right.
And to hear from, everyone got a side of a story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people have the right to, share their experience through writing. Once again, writing heals. So you don't know what this person has went through for even uh, gaining the courage or the okay from God to even write
Mm-hmm.
something like this to, get it off your mind, get it off your heart, get it off your chest. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that book is, out now or is at the print. So you could order it from our website, www.com dot, excuse me, sycwp.com. See, you could tell that even talking about it,
Yeah.
has my
Yeah.
mind in another
Yeah.
place because I know
Yeah.
what I went through personally dealing with this project. Because it
Yeah.
wasn't peaches and cream, and it wasn't what I expected. I expected smooth sailing, something that could, bring closure to a lot of things, but it really went a different way. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
unfortunate, but you know what? You still
hmm
got to do what you got to do, man.
yes, sir.
Because you know,
Yes, sir.
I mean, tomorrow must still come.
Yes,
Think about
sir.
tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, check it. I know we could talk all night. You know what I'm saying? You my homie, man. We got a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we done caught up. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? Since we done linked back up at Timbuktu. Shout out to Timbuktu. Make
Oh,
sure
yeah, I
y'all
want to
fuck
give
with
you
that.
something, too. This is actually a copy of the Dear Milwaukee,
Oh,
by
sweet.
Jerry Walker.
Yeah,
So make sure, man,
yeah.
Mr. Walker said everybody in Milwaukee should have a copy of this book. So if you ain't got a copy of this book, you need to tap in. And it's on Kindle, Amazon,
Let
and
me
so
get
you can
that.
write.
Let me get that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shout out dear Milwaukee. Mr. Jerry Walker on the back.
Sir.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Say
It's all about
less.
so you can write publications. Ooh.
Say less. Hey, this is what we're gonna end it with, man. a lot of people read books,
Mm-hmm.
and some people read a lot of books. A lot of people read books, but some people read a lot of books.
Right, that's true.
What are some interesting things, point of views, or values you could bring to somebody who has not read your book that will
Uh,
make them interested in checking you out?
my books personally are raw. Like ain't no sugarcoat nothing I write. You know, I don't care what genre it's in. If I'm writing fiction, nonfiction, poetry, you know, I always been 100. I always kept it real. I always, said what I feel or spoke my mind. So when you read my books, it's authentic, and I get that feedback. Like, man, that book it was this, it was that. It was on point. Like I said, I just told a story about one of my guys coming up to me, like, man, that book helped my relationship.
Dope. Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope. Yeah.
So
and I'm sure that had to be heartfelt. Like,
yeah, of course.
man.
I mean, getting feedback, is actually great because now it's how the world sees you. So now you can see like how the world see you when you get the feedback and be like, oh, okay. Like I was just out for my birthday, at a comedy club, and a guy walked up to me like, man, you the publisher, Kendrick Watkins. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Like, man, I'm ready now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, that's what's up.
Oh, so you can write.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, remember you, man? You had your books and you got the company. I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. That's me, man. It was good. It's good. We exchanged numbers. Followed up and stuff. So, people know. That I be out here. But like I said, I've been exposed. So now I gotta really tell y'all who I really am.
Well, you know what? The world is watching, man. The world is watching, man. Here at IFYS platform, man. The major information for your soul. Let me not just say IFYS. Here at Information for Your Soul. The major point that we're trying to bring to you is the guest, the business, the people. I'm just talking to y'all saying, hey, this is who you need to be involved in. I'm just talking to y'all
Remember
saying,
how that
hey.
Lil Wayne song came on? The business. I want a long hair.
Red
ball.
Yeah.
The business. You
Yeah.
feel me?
But no, for real though. My mission is to make sure that I can provide something for someone.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't have to come from me, but I can be the connection.
Yes, sir.
I can be the information. I can be the
know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
There you go. There you go. Look, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I was on the phone with Spectrum yesterday. Shout out to Spectrum.
Oh my
fuck y'all.
God.
Look, I'm gonna say shout out to Spectrum, but fuck y'all. At the same time, and I hope nothing happens if I put this shit on.
Everybody get cut off.
But we'll see. But I'm gonna tell you this, because I'm gonna have the raw footage regardless. I just cut it out if something happens and repost this shit. But no, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I was on the phone with them for about 49 minutes. 49 minutes.
Damn.
49. Let me tell you the downside of that 49 minutes. I say at least 39 of them minutes. I explained the same situation 5 different times to 5 different people.
Oh my God!
They kept saying, "I can't help you with that, but I can take you to somebody who can." And then they said, "Can I get your? Can you verify your number? Can you verify your PIN number? Can you explain to me what's happening?" Didn't the last motherfucker do that? Okay, yeah, but I went through that. I went through it 5 times.
5 times,
and successfully, I came out with a good outcome.
Oh wow! See, there you go. Hard work pays off. Right.
But I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't go through that shit again.
Yes, sir.
I'd have been like, you know what? You keep that little $100. I'm